Hello guys, I'm Kiri, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna talk about a very legendary British car, MGB. Especially the car what is here today is a convertible, which even was more popular. This very famous all-around-the-world car was in production from 1962 until 1980. It came just 1 year after Jaguar E-Type, and it's considered one of the most beautiful and successful, of course, British car together with Jaguar E-Type and Austin Healey. Was time really when the British motor industry was leading the world, and they've been making some of the most prestigious, pretty, sporty, etc. cars in the world. This MG, mean Morrison Garage, was the cheap car, the car every British can afford, and on the end became a legend. There were different variants of this MGB model, most famous convertible of course. Then in 1965 it came the coupe version, MGB GT 2+2, which also ended in 1980 together with the convertible. Even for 2 years, 6-cylinder model appears, was in production, so MGC in 1967-1969. And from 1973 to 1976, they even went more far, putting on production V8 model, calling MGB GT V8. This was the pinnacle and today is much more desirable and valuable. Imagine to put V8 engine on this very small car is absolutely amazing. But we're gonna concentrate today on this very beautiful and original standard MGB. We said early, the model was presented at 1962 and replaced the previous model MGA. Up to the end of the production in 1980, they built more than 500,000 units, and to be correct, 523,900 cars. The base engine was 4-cylinder inline front longitudinally mounted 1.8 liter. The gearbox, actually there were two options, 4-speed manual or 3-speed automatic. Was a small car for 2 people only, this is for convertible, and 2+2 for coupe, but the rear 2 seats were more for luggage than to seat some people. The size of the car, the wheelbase is 2 meter 312 millimeters, length of the car is just under 3.9 meters for the early versions, but for the late versions with the plastic rubber bumpers just over 4 meters. We're gonna mention about the rubber bumpers a little bit later. The width of the car is just 1.5 meters, so imagine how narrow the car is, how small the car is, and you can feel inside everything. You can touch with your hand the other door inside the car. So the car was very narrow, just 1.5 meter, and is high just over 1 meter and 200 millimeters. The early versions like this in front of us are equipped with 15-inch wheels, but later they moved to 14-inch. Now, one of the most prettiest part of this car is the chrome. You can see chrome in many places. Front and rear bumper, the grille, the windscreen frame, the light surroundings, even the wheels. But after 1974, what they did? They delete or they remove all the chrome. And they put big black rubber bumpers, grille and different wheels. So most of the beauty just disappears. But this was done for a reason. Because the car was very popular behind the Atlantic in USA. In 1974, because of the new US safety regulations, MG needed to replace the beautiful chrome elements with rubber ones. But today, many owners of the late versions, they just replaced the big rubber units with the original chrome ones. The performance wasn't that bad for 1960s. Consider that the car is not super sporty or expensive like some other cars on that time. So they extract from the 1.8 liter engine, to be precise 1798 cc, 95 horsepower at 5400 rpm. So imagine this is not fuel injected, just carbureted 1.8 liter 4-cylinder, and to extract 95 horsepower was amazing for 1962. This was enough for the lightweight car to reach over 100 miles per hour and accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour or 97 kilometers per hour in just over 11 seconds, which I'm gonna say again was fantastic for 1962. 11 seconds from 0 to 60 miles per hour or 97 kilometers per hour. This, guys, for 1962 was amazing. No many cars could reach this 11 seconds. But here we need to mention that, because again of new regulations in some time, the power was decreased from 95 to 87 and then 85, and even some US cars were producing only 70 horsepower, especially in California, where the restrictions are completely different and more strict than other states. This of course reflects on the performance as well, but the idea of this car is completely different. It's not a racer. Wasn't designed even to overtake the American muscle cars. This car was designed to deliver a joy to everyone who is inside, not only to the driver, but the person next to him. The way how you feel the road. So this car was designed for many things. Again, how the car steps on the road, how the car takes the corners. The car was fantastic for the British B roads and for the American canyons, of course. Just little jewel every car enthusiast can adore. I heard some people saying that these who never been inside a car never will understand the idea of this car. For me, this red color is the most iconic for the MGB cars. It's the most desirable. The car looks completely fabulous in this color. The same, in my opinion, for Jaguar E-Type and Austin Healey. So who said the red color is reserved only for Ferrari? No way. But here are some different colors which are very attractive as well. You can see some nice yellow, green, especially British racing green color, silver, etc. etc. The design was for 1962 and still today just incredible. British designers back then were doing some fantastic job, not only for this model MGB, but there are hundreds of beautiful models. Models from Triumph, Jaguar, Rolls-Royce, Rover, Aston Martin, and on and on. Even I'm going to say that not only the British motor industry was leading the world, but the British designers were one of the most beautiful ever in the world. So after that, everything went wrong. So the question today is, who killed the British motor industry? And I'm going to say as well, where disappear the very prosperative British designers? But actually, these two things are connected between them. MGB, the original open version, the convertible, is very attractive car for not much money. Maybe the right word to say is a Roadster, because of the design and the conception of the car. So a Roadster should mean front, longitudinally mounted engine, rear wheel drive and gearbox in between. Of course, open type car, and probably just 2 seats. And this because the engine is more in the middle of the car, so front, but actually front mid-engine. Very long bonnet, short doors, where back side of the door is very near to the rear tire and arch, so the sitting position is very near on top of the rear axle, and not long tail. So this is the description for typical Roadster. And in this case, with Morrison Garage MGB convertible, we have exactly this. The car is absolutely classical Roadster. The soft top was manual, so very easy to put on and off. You just need to stop somewhere and to do the roof. Inside, very classical, of course, and very, very stylish. All leather. And every car was absolutely fantastic. Very nice dials with ref counter in every car. Again, I'm gonna say that, and every car to have ref counter was just for very, very super sporty cars back then. But MGB, of course, they had ref counter. So 4-speed manual in this particular car. You can see how reliable looks the gear stick, and as well we have here, actually we don't have radio here because a radio on that time was option, and this car is original panel on the place where the radio needs to be. And this is actually very good because again, this is big admiration to the owner who keep the car as much as original, because this is the right way how we need to conserve the cars in today. So absolutely fantastic car from every angle. You can see here this red colored MGB convertible is just immaculate. This early example with this wire wheels is just fantastic. Only one wheel knock on the middle, and you can see the size of the tires, 185 VR15. They were the original size 185 VR15, so these early versions are with 15-inch wheels, the late versions 14. You can see here the windscreen is very small, actually it's very short, so only 2 wipers, but some late versions they were equipped with 3 wipers because it's actually long but it's short, so 3 wipers, but in this case just 2 wipers. The chrome elements, you can see the bumpers, front bumpers, and the grille, absolutely fantastic. The car looks just amazing. And in 1974, when they replaced the chrome elements with rubber ones, the beauty just disappears. But here, just have a look, the front grille, the light surroundings, they're just amazing. The bumpers, this chrome makes the car completely different, and this is the original, actually the original design of the car, and it's very beautiful. So the color is absolutely fantastic. The car is absolutely fantastic. Rear wheel drive, 4-speed manual, front longitudinally mounted engine, 4-cylinder, because it's small car, 1.8 liter, but 95 horsepower. So this example is absolutely fantastic. You can see here the indicators, they are under the main lights, and the chrome again is just fabulous, very shiny, very beautiful, absolutely fantastic. The wheels again, very for 1960s, absolutely amazing. Jaguar E-Type, the same type wheels, Ferraris, 1960s, Aston Martin, and this was really very top level car for not much money. So every British can afford this car. 2 doors, and you can see the back side of the door is very near actually to the rear wheel arch and the rear tire. The sitting position is very near again to the rear wheels and the rear axle, so you feel the car completely different in the road. Long bonnet, and inside all leather. This car was restored in some time, but was in store very right way, so there is no modifications. Absolutely fantastic. Again, the ref counter on the right side, the speedometer on the left side. The steering wheel is very small and very beautiful with this MG in the middle. Absolutely amazing. All the indicators, they're just on the right place. Dashboard is absolutely fantastic, so very beautiful. The bonnet on the back just look amazing, and these lights on the back really they switch very nice to the car. Absolutely nice. The chrome bumper again on the back side, just have a look how beautiful it is from this angle. This car absolutely fantastic. So guys, I hope you like the video about this MGB. If you like, please subscribe my channel, and see you next time guys. Bye.